bem, não, é uma pena. Eu acho que eu consegui andar bem, o carro estava bem. E vamos partir para a próxima. Infelizmente, tem um problema na parte elétrica, agora tem que esperar a próxima corrida, nada a fazer.
Porque não conseguiu completar.
Contente eu não posso estar, né, cara?
My heart is all right. Has always been all right. That was just, as I said, a virus infection, and it was controlled. And I was at the wheel of the car in January, then February again, and March in Brazil racing without any problem.
Não, eu tô bem, não tem problema nenhum. Foi só o pulso que eu machuquei um pouco, que a batida foi pesada, mas eu tô bem, não tem problema nenhum.
Nenhuma possibilidade de haver fratura?
Não. Foi só acho que um ligamento, foi pequena coisa, mas tá tudo bem, já me examinaram, tô muito bem. Tá? Foi pena. Não tem condições. Eu honestamente acho que não é nem questão de pensar que faltam ainda muitas corridas para o campeonato e que eu ainda tenho uma chance ou não. Não faz diferença se a gente estivesse na primeira ou na última corrida do campeonato, eu não tenho chance nenhuma, porque infelizmente eu não tenho carro para terminar a corrida. Eu fiquei sem como se estivesse em ponto morto.
Aconteceu de repente?
Foi subindo lá do fundo do circuito, na subida quebrou, o carro deu uma movimentada para um lado, porque de um lado tem, do outro lado não tem. Eu quase saí da pista, aí eu percebi que acelerava, o motor patinava em falso.
Aqui parece que era pneu no início.
Não, eu percebi que já era alguma coisa com relação à transmissão.
Agora, vai testar ou vai fazer outra coisa?
Não sei, vamos ver agora, semana o que acontece.
Foi.
85年、ラウダやピケに代わる新しい世代のドライバーであるセナは、コマーシャリズムの世界に翻弄されながらも自らの探求の旅を続けている。
Você fez uma festa lá jogando champanhe em cima do Piquet.
Mas lógico, eu conheço ele, tenho uma amizade um pouco maior por ele ser brasileiro e eu aproveitei a oportunidade para brincar um pouco. Já que eu estou cansado de reclamar sempre, então eu resolvi levar a esportiva dessa vez.
ベルギーグランプリ決勝は雨。
Not at all. I think as long as the car is good, doesn't matter whether it's wet or dry. It's all down to the car in those days. If you have a quick car and competitive, everything goes much easier. Of course, when things are not that good, if it rains, brings everybody much closer, the difference on the equipment. So it's better, but I think we have a good car here and it's better for the public, it's better for the sport. So we have the start of Spa in the wet conditions like Portugal. Prost was on pole, I was second. Important to be well off on the green lights and therefore be away from any potential accidents and a lot of spray from all the cars. So I managed to be first, Piquet was second, and then he spun off exiting the first corner
and slowed down a little bit all the rest of the field, which gave me a good break right from the first corner there. I had a nice lead from Prost and Alboreto, and then Mansell and Johansson. But on the top of the hill, the track was getting quite dry already on the first lap, because Spa is a well-spread racing track. So you have rain in one piece, and the other side maybe with sun. So it was a hard job to decide when to stop for tires. We were all on wet tires, of course, but after very few laps, almost everybody started stopping for slick tires. At this time, myself and Mansell were still on wet tires. The tires were going off quite badly. And at this time, I was just behind Mansell, exiting the pits. I had a slower pit stop than him, so it was important to take him as soon as possible. As you can see there, just out of the pits, I tried by the outside over the wet with the slick tires, and that was really a chance that I decided to take, because with the Honda so much powerful on the race conditions, it would be difficult to take him on the straight eventually. I found myself that moment in third. At this time, the track was drying more and more, and it was a good end. It was very good for the team, especially to win another race after such a long time early in the year, and good to be on the roster, especially on the top spot once more. And there you must make the best of it. You don't usually get in this situation, so spray champagne everywhere and enjoy it.
Portugal, sem dúvida, pelas condições de Portugal, e por ser a minha primeira vitória. Mas a corrida daqui foi muito importante para mim e para a equipe, porque até que enfim eles conseguiram me dar um carro veloz e resistente. Deu para guiar, não dava para guiar nada mais. Quando eu saí da pista foi falta do aerofólio na frente, o carro não fez a curva, não tinha pressão aerodinâmica na frente. A tira com o que é, que eu acho que ele não jogou muito limpo naquele momento, que era perigoso, não só para mim como para ele. Tinha que levantar o braço. É, lógico, se você vai frear, você levanta o braço no lugar que você vem normalmente com o pé embaixo. Principalmente porque ele ia entrar no box. Exatamente, ele não, naquela volta ele simplesmente tirou o pé e freou, eu não esperava, então eu bati na traseira dele. Foi maravilhoso, eu acho que no final de tudo, para mim foi um presente ficar em segundo lugar. E na lógica isso só aconteceu porque a McLaren quebrou e a outra Williams bateu. Caso contrário, eu acho que eu teria ficado atrás, pelo menos, dos dois McLaren e dos dois Williams.
ポールポジションからスタートしたセナ。残り9周でタイヤ交換をしたマンセルはセナに20秒の遅れ。マンセルの豪快な追い上げが始まった。グリップを失いかけているセナ。フレッシュタイヤのマンセル、最終ラップにはその差2秒もなかった。そして最後のストレート、トップを逃げ切ったセナとマンセルの差は1000分の14。
And I realized he had to stop and he had new tires, and I had no tires at all, and so I had to really push with no grip. I had to really play around and slide around to try to keep some good speed, and then it was very dangerous. I nearly lost the car, maybe 2 laps from the end in one corner. The car went sideways. I thought I lost, and then it came back.
A prova foi a mais difícil que eu fiz até hoje e eu tive um desgaste altíssimo, principalmente porque o tubo que vai na minha boca e me dá o líquido
saiu do capacete na terceira volta e eu fiquei sem beber a corrida inteira, então eu, de certa forma, desidratei.
O que vocês conversaram, você e o Manso, depois da corrida ali, quando tiraram o capacete, levaram um papinho ali?
Sei lá, que a gente conversou. Boa corrida, valeu. A gente se bateu durante a corrida, porque o cara não deixa passar de jeito nenhum, mas...
Mas sem nenhum problema dessa vez?
Não, porque ele veio, me passou, eu não fechei. E quando eu vim passar ele tava fechando. Então se alguém tinha que reclamar era eu. Mas felizmente deu tudo certo. I think Detroit is not the best circuit because it's too bumpy and you run between the walls. It's good to be on pole here, but the race is going to be very hard, tough, long race, and I hope we can have a good fight, a clear fight, and a good show for all the public.
デトロイトでは今季4回目のポールポジションを獲得した。ロータス・ルノーは好調。パンクによるタイヤ交換の時もその遅れを取り戻すのにルノーエンジンは十分に応えてくれた。ピケのクラッシュでトップに返り咲くとそのまま逃げ切った。86年セナ2勝目を挙げる。
Da chegada, você parou ali e pegou uma bandeira brasileira. Foi um negócio espontâneo, aconteceu ali na hora? Um cara deu para você a bandeira?
Olha, quando acabou a prova, era uma coisa que eu tinha vontade de fazer. E eu vi muitos brasileiros aqui na arquibancada com bandeira e as cores do Brasil. Então, no que eu vi, uns que dava jeito de pegar a bandeira, eu parei, pedi, demorou para os americanos entenderem que tinha um americano lá até a grade para pegar, e um brasileiro deu bandeira, trouxe, e aí foi bom demais. Valeu o esforço. Um abraço para todo mundo lá no Brasil e a gente vai continuar tentando, lutando pelo Brasil e pela equipe Lotus, e nós vamos até o final do ano com tudo. The track is very safe, so you know if most of the place. If you have a spin, you have runoff areas, so you try. And as it is very slippery, that means when you go just a bit over the limit, you are gone. You cannot recover from it, so the consequence of it is a spin. And so in 3 days I had 5 spins, which is a lot. I'm happy to have done a good race. Of course I would like to have won, but was not possible. And was a good result anyway.
A parte os problemas todos que dizem entre eu e o Nelson, assim por diante, eu prefiro 1000 vezes que ganhe o Nelson mais um campeonato do que um inglês com o Mansell, né?
It doesn't concern me, really. I have to look after what the team puts behind me and try to give them back the best result as possible. And therefore, it doesn't make any difference for me whoever is around and trying to win championship or the race, whatever. I hope the combination between the Honda engine, the new chassis, the new structure that the team has this year with the mechanics, all the support, it's good enough to fight for the championship. Everything helped, the car, the aerodynamics, the engine, the suspension, everything. The whole package together was working well. I had only a problem with the brakes, and by halfway through the race I decided to try to go longer before changing. And after another 10 laps, after mid-race, I decided to go right to the end.
Hello, watashi wa Senna desu.
Yeah, very good Japanese. Well, what do you expect for Suzuka Japanese Grand Prix?
I just hope to have a good race there. First time I'll be in Suzuka, never been there before, so I'm looking forward to racing Japan for the first time in Formula One. I've been there only in Japan in '78 racing go-karts,
Yeah.
so let's wait to see. I hope all the pretty Japanese girls come to Suzuka circuit to watch us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
I'm sorry that we didn't win for Honda in Japan, but I think it was time for Ferrari to win after such a long time. For Gerhard, young man coming up, first year in Ferrari, it's very good to see you win. No, honestly, I think it was very good for him to win, especially after such a long time for Ferrari. I'm sorry for Honda that none of the Honda cars win here, but I'm very happy.
Okay, Ayrton, congratulations for your pole position of this year.
Thank you. It's very nice to be on pole position at home. My first Grand Prix with McLaren Honda. I think is most important thing is that the car has shown to be very competitive straight away and has a big potential to be even better in the future. So I think the team is it's very happy.
So what's your prospect for tomorrow's race?
Tomorrow it's another thing. We have to wait to see. We have a lot of work to do. We have to learn about the car. It's too much unknown. It's going to be a very exciting race for everybody. Already before the green light, because I had the gearbox problem, the transmission problem, not the gearbox problem. And I saw there all the real good chance to do well in the race or eventually have a victory in Brazil gone. And I had a good car, good engine, everything was good. I was in a good position, so I was already frustrated there. And then afterwards, we all know what happened. I got in the spare car and left from the pits, and that was a big confusion. And as a matter of fact, according with the rules, that was not allowed. So the consequence was just that I was disqualified. But that was just a consequence. Everything turned out quite wrong from the start. So.
セナがスピンでああ降りましたね。
Although as everything happened so quick, and at that moment I wasn't sure precise what happened, so I was trying to think and react properly, and it took a while to really be able to get everything clear in my mind, because what happened was not a normal situation. I touched the inside barrier with the front wheel, and as soon as I touched, I was not well concentrated and didn't have enough power on my arms and hands. So I lost the steering wheel, and as it was the apex, the steering wheel just turned away from me. The car turned away to the left and went straight into the barrier until I could catch it. It was too late.
ただ一つ
Yes, yourself for tomorrow's race after what happened in Monaco.
Monaco is finished. Now we are in Mexico. Of course, I feel very well. I think after Imola, I've been chasing another victory, and I couldn't make. And Aldo had a very good race. This one came good, so I'm quite happy to be competitive again.
This is your 6th consecutive pole position, and this ties a record with Starring Moss and Niki Lauda. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel quite happy. For me, for my mechanics, for the team, I think it's a good achievement. And we just keep going, doing our best, and hopefully also during the race we can have a good result and carry on fighting for the championship. No, I think, of course, it would be better to have more pole positions, not just 7, but more. But was not possible. Of course, you have to consider that when you do 16 races, you cannot make 16 pole positions. I think Alan drove very well. He managed to have a good setup for his car, especially with empty tanks. But I think with full tanks, my car is working very well. This morning was very good with the full tanks. So for the race, I think my car should be very good. When I was behind Berger, he was pushing quite hard, going very quick. And I think going much too quick for the fuel consumption. So I was just chasing in difficult conditions because visibility was very bad behind him. A lot of water is spraying in my helmet. So I drop a little bit to have a clear vision and wait a little bit, and then I start to push again when we got traffic, and eventually I had a good opportunity and I took him. It's more important to be with a competitive car more than anything in race condition, and that's what I try to concentrate today in the morning and today in the afternoon. I choose not to run empty tanks in the afternoon and concentrate full tanks looking for the race tomorrow. And the only one could improve was Alain. In that case, he would be first and me second, which doesn't matter here because it's a long race, long straight lines, it's easy to overtake. So I think my choice today worked out well to run the car with full tanks.
It looked as though the biggest pressure came from Alain when he actually got alongside you going into the first corner. Did that manoeuvre take you a bit by surprise?
No, I could see him coming from behind on the straight. He probably used a bit more power to make that maneuver, but there was nothing I could do. We are teammates, so I could not close the door. I just opened at the end of the straight to do a corner normally. I saw him coming. I tried to stop because it was dangerous there, and he went through. We almost touched. I opened a bit. He went wide, and I managed to get back again, but it was a difficult maneuver.
It was very, very close to work there. I was surprised because Ayrton didn't try to close the door, and in fact, no, but in fact, I pushed a little bit harder at the wrong time, and I was just a little bit too quick at the entry, and could have worked.
You're surprised?
Yeah, it was next time.
Psychological advantage over Prost because you won 2 more races than Alain so far.
No, it's better to be in this position than in his position, but that doesn't mean much. There's still few races to come and a lot of work to do and lots of things to achieve to be first at the end of the year.
マクラーレンホンダ敵なし。そしてセナにはすでにチャンピオンの声が聞こえる。今年はいけるかもしれない。
Okay, Ayrton, congratulations. You think that now you will be the next world champion? 7-4.
I think certainly I have a good position now, more than ever. I think it's been hard, but finally we got in a good position. Alan is in a difficult position now to fight back. It's not finished, not completely finished, but if you look careful the results during the whole year, it's almost impossible for him to be able to catch up and go on. But still not over, and I have to carry on the way I've been doing, hard and hard, to make sure we continue with the same results until the end.
You're very close to your dream to be world champion.
Yes.
It's true. A good feeling, I think so.
That's true, and I'm keeping it if it happened when it happened. Yet, I have still a lot to do. Monza. I happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, so the result wasn't very nice. And not only we probably lost the opportunity of finishing the championship earlier, but we also lost the opportunity of having 16 wins out of 16 races for McLaren Honda. And so it was a sad moment in a way, but that's motivation. It's a good question, and perhaps the answer nobody will ever know. Not myself, not anybody in the team, not anybody in Honda. Because although we have slight different styles of driving, myself and Alan, we, during testing and during many races in different circumstances, have been always very close in fuel consumption. Sometimes he's been a bit better, sometimes I've been a bit better. So it's difficult to understand and to believe that suddenly in one race or two races there is a big difference from one to the other. I don't agree with the driving style being the result of such a problem, or being the problem.
Congratulations, Ayrton, on your 12th pole of the year. Now, this is a race you really want to win to clinch the championship, I guess.
Well, I hope tomorrow we have a very balanced car, very balanced chassis, and the engine working very well, and therefore we have a good race, very competitive, should be hard, but a good result after all.
Ayrton, congratulations on winning the first World Championship. How do you feel now?
Well, of course I feel great. I still cannot believe it's over. It's been a long season, I think, for me and for Alan, and it's been amazing fighting between us. A lot of pressure on both of us, and although we always try to minimize the pressure to make it less painful, it's impossible, and it was very hard, and I still cannot believe it's finished.
And that was an amazing lap, wasn't it?
Both laps were very good. The first one I got a small traffic with the Ferrari car. He tried to give me away, but I was a bit concerned and I lifted a little bit. So the second run was clear and it was a good lap.
What would be the most difficult thing in the race?
The tires. To make sure the car is well balanced so the tires don't get hurt badly during the race condition.
How many tire stops are you planning during the race?
We don't know yet. Once for sure. Who knows? Here goes everything smooth. The way it's looking, McLaren is going to be very strong tomorrow. But Monte Carlo is always a lot of unexpected things can happen. So we can only wait and see. We'll sure try our very best tomorrow.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you. All the best to all the Japanese fans.
Well, now you broke the record of Jim Clark. Do you think yourself as at the best of the best?
I'm very happy for the record. This is a memorial day in my career. This is a record that has been on for over 20 years.
And of course, being able to achieve such a record, it's a major thing in my career. And I believe it's going to be a long time before anybody can get even closer to that.
Well, what is going to be the most difficult thing during the race?
The heat and the tires.
What about the championship? You are 20 points behind Alain.
The championship is the future. It's 8 races. In 8 races, lots of points. Therefore, you have to try your best. That's all you can do. Mai detto questo, però non c'entravo niente a essere fuori la macchina con la pioggia. Io ero seduto lì a aspettare la decisione della gente. Io sapevo quello che dovevo fare, quello che potevo fare. Ho aspettato la decisione della gente tra i piloti e tra la direzione di gara. Era molto pericoloso, questo sicuro.
Che differenza c'è fra questi?
Well, I think being a first race here in America in a street circuit, it's a difficult situation to be. All cars are new, engines are new development, and too many new things in contest, which makes it very unpredictable, the race. I only know one way of driving, and that's what I've been doing the past few years, and that's all I can do from now on. The rim broke in two, but it could be that there was a problem with the brake caliper or the weight that goes to balance the wheel may get loose and gets between the caliper and the rim and then damage the rim and you lose air and then, I don't know, something funny.
The chassis seems to be performing really well too. So, I mean, did you make any adjustments in some British Grand Prix?
Yes, we did a lot of testing. We made a few changes, but I think the circuit characteristic is very different than England or France, and it's suiting our car a little better.
Well, it was hard, but the circuit is not too bad. Here, long straights, you have time to take your time, get some fresh air, and it's not as hard as many other circuits. The main thing were the tires, really, the car balance, reliability. And we had good reliability, we had good performance. Finally, we managed to come back and have 2 McLarens in the top 3.
No, I think there are several possibilities for the championship tomorrow. Therefore, the main thing is to have car balance for tomorrow's race, have a good start, and then we have to see what Prost can do in the race condition, what performance he can put up with, and depending on his result, I'll have to play my own race. So we have to wait and see. I have a tremendous following here in Japan. I think it's probably the biggest following outside Brazil, maybe in numbers even higher because Japan has a lot of population. And it's a special feeling to race here in front of such a crowd. And I hope I can give them my 3rd victory here, because as far as I'm concerned, I won here last year too.
Well, best of luck. The way you like to be, I mean, this is not the way you wanted to win World Championship.
I want to win the race today and win the championship that way, but some races happen this way. It goes wrong on the first corner. It happened to me in the past many occasions. Sometimes it happens at the end of the race, like it happened last year, as you all remember, and that's the way it went. I think we had a beautiful championship this year. It has been an amazing fight, big fight. It was not easy, there was a lot of pressure, and we did enough work to achieve the championship.
Congratulations.
Thank you. E acredito que posso fazer. E eu dou tudo que tenho. Aqui com essa torcida toda, com esse calor humano tremendo, é uma sensação que a gente não experimenta em lugar nenhum. E a gente consegue tirar mais alguma coisa.
Nas últimas 7 voltas, mas quando deu 2 voltas, eu falei, se der, vai ser no grito. Aí eu pensei comigo, eu falei, pô, eu lutei tantos anos para chegar a isso, e hoje lutei tanto, vai ter que dar e vai ter que chegar em primeiro, porque ele é maior do que todos. E ele vai me dar essa corrida depois de tudo. E foi isso mesmo, Deus me deu essa corrida e valeu. E eu estou feliz demais e a emoção foi muito grande.
And I would say nothing. I had some problems, but I would say nothing because what it matters is what we achieve in the end, is the result.
Mr. Soichiro Honda was a friend after all, and I had the opportunity to meet with him a few times, and I keep always an image from him as a sincere, smiling, happy man for Honda. And I'm sure if he was in Suzuka this year, just as he was in the previous years, he would have had an incredible smile in his eyes and would have said Kampai. So I like to keep all the good moments in my mind from Mr. Soichiro. And as long as I will race with Honda, I will always remember him very closely with us.
I was hoping to finish the championship here today. It was not possible. So now I hope we finish in Japan, just as the championship was finished in the past 4 years there. Maybe it's another year that the championship will be over only in Japan. My whole best wasn't good enough even to match Masso's lap time. And I would say that as far as Monte Carlo is concerned, I use all the experience I have learned here over all those years that I managed to finish the races, learning how the situation changed throughout the race here. And I use my equipment to the best possibilities, but I think, of course, without Mansell stopping for tires, we would never come any closer to a victory. But it was exciting, but very difficult because he was several seconds faster than me for every lap, and I had no grip to put the power down, so it was like on ice driving around. And fortunately, I think we were only 3 or 4 laps that way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have the race under control for 7/8 of the distance, and then you pick up a puncher. That's Monte Carlo for you. And then you have to drive 10 to 11 tenths, and I think we're both driving way over the limit on the last 6 laps. I mean, I must compliment Ayrton because he pretty well second-guessed every move I tried to do, and he was very fair. I mean, he's entitled to do what he did, and I think he drove fantastic, and that's why he won the race, and I came a close second.
We love our activity. We take chances, we take risks, we go through pain, we sacrifice lots of things in life just for the pleasure to be P1. And so I know what's the feeling like, and I think it's been a long time, long way for him, and he finally got it, and I think I know what's the feeling like. Achievements we made together, I feel honored of being part of the Honda team, the Honda power, to be driven by Honda. So that's the way it is. But I just like to say thank you to all of you there in Wako, in Tochigi, in Tokyo, all over Japan for the efforts throughout the years and all the achievements that we got together.
Do you see any reason though? Thanks.
セナの惜別の思いは電波に乗り、僕らの心に染み渡った。
I think it's going to be tough for us to keep third place in the race, but I think we have some chance at least. And you never know until the end. Those guys the next door may have some problems, and the road may become clear. So you gotta try to do your best and hope to be at the right place at the right time. To all my friends in Japan, big hello, especially to the ones from Honda. It's a long time since I last saw you guys, and we are all missing you here, Formula One, and McLaren in particular. We are having a hard time. So hello to everybody at Honda.
Ayrton Senna, congratulations for the pole, for the new team. I mean, how did everything go? Did it go as well as you planned?
Yes, it's been great so far. The result has been wonderful, and I just hope we can maintain that performance for tomorrow's race. I believe at the same time it's going to be a very competitive race with Benetton. And it all depends on how consistent we can run our car throughout the race, at the same time on the weather conditions. So there is a lot to come tomorrow in terms of excitement for all the fans throughout the world.
tempo no kart até hoje, meus pais foram a chave de tudo. Foram eles que mais tarde voltaram a apoiar e que acompanham realmente com afinco a minha carreira. Sempre fui muito ligado à família. Sempre gostei demais de estar junto deles. Por outro lado, eu cresci com alguma coisa dentro de mim, no sangue, no coração, na cabeça, que tem alguma coisa a ver com motor, com barulho, com um volante, 4 rodas, enfim.
Eu perguntei um dia para ele, e quando você pensa em parar? Olha, mãe, o dia que eu for campeão, eu paro.
Eu me lembro de algum assunto como esse, mas não totalmente.
Mas eu sei, no fundo, que não é isso, que não é verdadeiro. A gente sabe disso, né?
Ela sabe que o dia que der eu paro.